Welcome to this quick demonstration video for BoothPoint. BoothPoint is the most advanced system on the market today for the gentlemen's club industry. BoothPoint will take the stress out of awarding commission, calculating house fees, staff and dancer signed contracts and IDs, staff and dancer timetabling, managing free passes and club credit card automation. There's no need to print your own at your venue. BoothPoint also gives you every piece of information you need from within the extensive report centre. BoothPoint is brought to you by a team of highly experienced software developers and with the support of some of the biggest brands globally. With this in mind, the system is extremely user-friendly. Clocking dancers into dance booths via BoothPoint is a very simple process that will allow you to manage all of your booths in one screen, allowing you to see quickly who is in what area and for how long they have remaining in each booth. BoothPoint is not an online package, so there is no need to worry if your internet is unreliable. Unlike purely web-based packages, your data is safe and always available even if your internet connection ever goes down. Your BoothPoint database is stored locally and can be automatically or manually backed up however you wish to do so. So let's move on and show you what BoothPoint can do and how it works. BoothPoint is split into 3 modules. First is the powerful back office. Then the point of sale. And finally the BoothPoint membership system. Let's quickly explain how the membership system works. Firstly, you can set up as many membership schemes as you like. For example, a platinum membership, gold membership and a bronze membership. You can set a price value for each membership for the client to buy plus a renewal period, such as it can last for 12 months. Once the membership runs out, the system will automatically send an email and a text message months before to your customer thanking your client for being a member and that they have X amount of months to renew their club membership to receive their special offers and pricing. Another way to run the membership system is by using the loyalty points schedule, where you can set on each product how many points they earn from purchasing. Then you can set how many points it would take to redeem that item. Each product, whether that be a dance or bar product, can be set a special price for each membership type, or you can assign a number of loyalty points. This gives you the ability to offer special discounts and rates depending on what the client has bought, and it's all automated. You can create a new member on the POS terminal, or you can have the membership system for the client themselves to enter their own information. This releases the reception of having to do so. To confirm their details are correct, the system will automatically send an email and text message with a verification code. When the client goes to reception, they simply tell the member of staff their verification code to become an active member. Okay, so let's move along and take a look at the rest of BoothPoint. BoothPoint has over 500 options to cater for how your venue runs. This gives BoothPoint flexibility to mould its way into your way of working. This is important as every country or region has their own rules and regulations on how they operate. This has all been taken into consideration. For example, the dancer's commission. In some instances, the dancer must take the money from the client. Then at the end of the session, the dancer pays the venue their commission instead of the club paying the dancer's commission. We have an option for this called pay at point. Either way, the system will know how much money is due to the club and the dancer. The next module is your back office. This is where everything is set up, including your staff, dancers, all of your products and dance booths. The back office is divided into 3 areas: top menu buttons, main tab section, and the information bar. The first tab we see is the booth monitor. This is a very simple way to see booth activity all from one screen. The next tab is timetable. This is where we can easily set schedules for staff and dancers. I can select a staff member on a date, select the department, then select a time that they're working from. Then apply. It's as easy as that. If I open the dancer's timetable tab, you'll notice at the top row is free pass day. You can set which days are to accept free passes that are issued to your dancers. You can learn more about this in the free passes tutorial video. All we need to do is double click or tap on each dancer if they're scheduled to be working on that day. You don't have to schedule the dancers, but it's a good way to organise who is working and when. Moving on to the dancers tab, this shows a list of all of your dancers on BoothPoint. We have an active tab, an inactive tab and a recycle bin tab. If I search for a dancer on the left, then double click or tap on her, It now opens the dancer's profile where we can set all sorts of information. There is an extensive list of data that you can store on each dancer, all of which can be set to be required fields, which means you won't be able to save a profile unless, for example, her social security number has been entered. There is a built-in age limit check that verifies your dancer's date of birth. You can also send an SMS text message directly to the dancer, or send an email. If you have enabled the biometric fingerprint scanning, you will see a button at the top that says Fingerprints. You can now assign a finger for the dancer to use or assign all of her fingerprints. You can set up your dancer's contracts within BoothPoint that can then be digitally signed. Let's take a look. I'll open the Contracts tab. Click or tap the Re-Sign Contract button. The dancer is required to scroll all the way to the bottom of the contract. Then the Sign Contract button appears. Press this. In this example, the manager must sign their contract, then the dancer's signature, then the dancer's name, then finally the dancer writes the date. Let's scroll to the bottom of her signed contract and there it is. You can also view the contract later by clicking or tapping on the View Contract button. The next tab is Scanned ID. Again, like the contracts, there are options so that the dancer cannot go on the floor unless her contracts have been signed and her scanned ID has been produced. We can view her existing scanned ID or scan it afresh. Just click or tap the Scan ID button. Press the Acquire Image, and as long as you have a scanner device attached, BoothPoint will automatically scan their ID for you. Retained money is an optional feature where you can keep money back from the dancer and return it back to her on her next midweek shift. This can be used for credit payments not going straight to you or for enforcing attendance. The next tab is Music. This is only shown if you're running CoverJock as well as BoothPoint. You can, from the back office, set up the dancer's stage songs to dance to without having to go to the CoverJock machine. Finally, the Dancer Report tab is all of the reports specific to dancers. Moving on to the Products tab, this is where you can set up all of your products. Dance products, house fees, entry fee for the door system, funny money for the dance chips or whatever you use, tipping dollars, drinks for the bar, shop products for your venue's merchandise, membership products, petty cash items, fines, stage shows, and other income. Let's take a quick look at the dance product. Here you can set the dancer and club commission plus club extras. The dance length for this example is 1 hour. The travel time in seconds, that is the time it takes the dancer to get from the till to the booth and get ready. It's a fair system so that the client does not get charged for time from the point of payment. A warning time in seconds is how long to notify BoothPoint before the end of the dance. This changes the booth cell to a different colour on the BoothPoint monitor. Like the dancer's profile, you get to see all of the reports relating to the products in one tab. Briefly touching on the Staff tab, if we open up a staff profile, you can see the same Contracts tab and Scanned ID tab as found in the dancer's profiles. In the staff profile, you also get a list of security permissions. This will allow or disallow each staff member from being able to run certain functions on the BoothPoint. Some additional tab at the bottom is an Introduction tab and a Sensitive Information tab. The Members tab shows a list of all members signed up to the club. On the left-hand side, you can send a group email or a text message for promotions, events or special offers. This can also be done on the dancers list and the staff list too. We'll go to the Reports tab now and come back to the EPOS tab shortly. Here is your report center with hundreds of reports available to you at any time. If we press or tap the Expand All button, we can see them all listed. Two of the main reports are under the Sales Analysis section called KPI Sheet and Weekly Venue Report. If we click or tap on KPI Sheet, this screen opens. This report gives a full analysis of the monetary activities in your club on a week-to-week basis, showing dancer floor fee analysis, admission analysis, dance analysis, bar income analysis, credit card analysis, ending with total sales. The weekly venue report shows even more weekly analysis data. Dancer number analysis, sales analysis, credit card receipts, adjustments to cash, cash to bank, and the last is cash on site, always good to know. These reports have been approved by a large club chain to give great detailed analysis on the club's take-ins and activities throughout the week. The EPOS tab within the back office is the POS system which is built in. This is available for BoothPoint Pro Plus. Let's take a look at the EPOS now. The EPOS can be run on any Windows-based POS system or tablet. This is the EPOS divided into 3 sections. The quick menu buttons, the main tab area of sale, and sales list and payment. You can clock dancers in from either the back office or the EPOS. Let's take a look at how to do it from the EPOS. Click or tap on the clock in button at the top. You will then be asked which dancer is clocking in. Let's select a dancer. The clocking in screen has a list of house fees on the left. These can be set by time. BoothPoint will automatically select the one that it should be on. From here you can waive the house fee, or if the dancer is 1 minute over for example, you can change it. All of this can be recorded and emailed to head office if anything is changed or modified. Press tap or apply. You'll now be asked how much the dancer is paying upfront towards a house fee. You can set it so that the dancer must pay 100% upfront, but in this example I'll do part payment. In this case, what she owes on her house fee will be taken off her commission at the end of the session. We'll select $20. Then OK. Now that she's clocked in, she can be allocated to booths for VIPs and private dances. Let's book our dancer into a booth. We first select a booth that we're going to allocate to her. Select the dance product that the customer wants. Now I can select a clocked in dancer. In the sales list you can now see that it's been added to the bill. From here you can add a dancer's tip, say how many customers are going into the booth, or you can easily add another dancer if he or she would like to take 2 dancers in at the same time. Let's take a look at how to do this. The booth is still selected, so I'll select the same dance product as before. Select another dancer. Now you can see 2 dancers in the booth on one bill. Let's add a drink to the bill too. I'll select the bar system tab. Select category bottled beer, then press or tap the Corona product. That too is then added to the bill. Next is how they're going to pay: cash, credit card, funny money or club credit card. Let's choose credit card and pay now. You can opt for BoothPoint to automatically add a surcharge for using credit card. This is optional and can be amended. In this example, we are charging an additional 20% for the credit card. It shows the total for the client to pay. If the client agrees, press or tap the Yes button. BoothPoint automatically protects against buyer's remorse. For this reason, we have an automated built-in fail-safe if the client spends over a certain amount. In this case, it's $500 in one transaction on a credit card. The system will run through our high roller protection. This means BoothPoint asks to swipe the credit card to get certain information from it. We do not store this information, it is just visible for this transaction. The details are then printed off on a receipt, one for the club and the other one for the client to keep. If a scanner is attached to the POS system, BoothPoint will ask to scan an additional identification such as a driver's license or passport. This feature was designed to replace any paper-based systems that take up time and are detrimental to service. Let's run through the high roller to show you how quick and easy it is. Scan the client's credit card. Enter in the security code from the back of their card. Select the card's type, print club copy, print customer copy, press apply, We have a scanner attached, so let's scan in their identification. All done. Now you can see in the booth monitor that the dancers have been taken out of the floor. The booth cell shows the dancers' names and the time remaining. If we now click or tap on the booth cell, we get a few options of what we can do. As the dancers have not yet finished, you can see the dancer emergency stop and the customer emergency stop buttons. You can add a dancer to the booth at any time using this button. There is also, under the action button, the ability to swap to another dancer. This would then move the commission to the new dancer. Once the client's time is up, the red button becomes a finish button, or you can use the extend performance button so that you can easily continue the dances. Let's clock another dancer into a booth quickly to show you how efficient it can be. Select the booth. Select the dance product. Select the dancer. Press the cash button. Press pay now. We'll say no to a receipt. And that's it, very simple. And to finish off on the EPOS, let's take a look at how to clock out a dancer. You can do this on the back office or the EPOS. Press or tap the clock out button at the top. Select the dancer. The dancer's Z-read screen appears, showing a list of everything owed from and to the dancer. This cell shows the complete value of what the dancer is due. Press or tap the clock dancer off button. You can now print a detailed receipt for the club and the dancer to take away. The dancer must sign it as well as the manager on duty. Your dancer is now clocked out. This process has been designed to save hours of time at the end of a shift when everybody just wants to go home after a long night, and it's accurate with less room for error. The club credit card can be a very useful feature. You just have to have stock of pre-printed credit type cards available at the till. If a group of bachelors want to put their money together, you would use the club credit card to issue them a card. BoothPoint allows them to redeem the money when they hand over their card, and it reduces the group money by that amount. We have additional options for the club credit card, such as setting an expiry date and others. Like any other POS system, you can view the X-read at any time to see monies earned throughout the session, and then finally the Z-read to close the back office and each individual till. BoothPoint has also integrated with the pager system for your dancers to be notified when their time is up in the booth. You can purchase as many pagers as you have booths. When the dancer or dancers have been allocated a booth, you can hand them a pager where the pager number is the booth number. BoothPoint can then send a signal to that pager when their time is up. It will start to buzz and flash. Once the dancer is finished, she can then bring the pager back to go on the cradle. This increases accuracy and eliminates the need for dancers to guess how long they have been in the booth. To see more detailed videos on specific areas of BoothPoint, go to boothpoint.com and choose Watch Videos. We have an array of tutorial videos for you to better understand the additional features and workings of BoothPoint. I hope this video has helped you to see what BoothPoint is and how it can work for you. Thank you for watching.